Because of our travels all summer long, we haven't had a chance to take the boat out. Now, even though it's early fall, the weather has just been amazing, and the forecast for next week is great, so we're going to get the boat on the lake one way or another. Now, I have to get the camper off the truck because we use the truck to tow the boat trailer, and I can't tow the boat trailer with the camper on the truck. Now, while I was remodeling it, I was keeping it right over there by the shop, but we got a permanent home for it. It's kind of out here at the edge of the pasture, right over there. Now, I've already gotten a start out here a couple days ago, and to be honest, I was excited about getting going, and I just plain forgot to pick up the camera. Now, the first thing I did was I had to take down this fence panel here. It's leaning against the other ones. You can barely see it, but that one's loose. It was across that opening there, had chicken wire and fencing wire and the bamboo and everything on it. So then I came over to this side and I pulled all the fence boards off of this and the top rail of the fence. You can see all the fence boards laying there. And I took the wire down as well. And also this panel here, I took it out. It's just back in there temporarily because I had this stump here, which was a tree with multiple trunks going up. And the only way to cut it down was to let it drop that direction. That's where I just stepped in a hole there. Anyway, the trees were all leaning this way, so I had to drop them that direction, and it was easy enough to pull the fence down. So that's pretty much the start I got. So right now, I want to take out this tree here, and that tree there, and this little group there. Now, I would love to have kept the trees here for the shade on the camper. Keeping the sun off it could only be a good thing. But the problem with these things is there's some kind of a really fast growing willow tree. They don't live very long and they're not very strong. So if we get a heavy snow, they tend to snap and come crashing down. And I just can't risk that around the camper. I'm going to start by taking the fence panel down, taking that wire fence off, and dropping the rest of these trees. First, I'll get this fence panel moved out of the way. It's only sitting here temporarily with a couple of screws. That's kind of heavy, so I'm just going to roll it out of the way because it'll be safe over there. I just used the screws there because I know I'd have to take it down. Makes it really secure, comes off easily again. I got the rope up to the tree I want to cut. You need to come along here, hooked onto this tree, put some tension on it. Hopefully it comes down without damaging my fence. I know, it's a giant mess. This is all the old beekeeping stuff. Maybe this winter I'll get a chance to haul it into the shop when it's dry, sand it all down, kind of refinish it, then we can repurpose it for someone who can really use it. Okay, come along, hook to the tree, hook to this rope, which in turn is hooked to that tree up there. That's perfect. What could go wrong? So now my plan is to cut most of the way through the tree, so it's almost ready to go. And I'll take the rope and pull it the direction I want it to go. That may or may not work, but that's the plan. It fell relatively slowly, wasn't that heavy, and it's really just those very flexible branches on top, and it looks like the tree caught it and it missed the barn totally. So now I'll cut it up into pieces and haul it off. Now I'll just take everything I raked up, move it over there into the garden where the compost pile is, past the raised beds, and it should be pretty good. Then I think all I have to do is cut those stumps down to the ground, move a few rocks out of the way, and I'll be ready to move the camper in. All right, last load for the compost pile. It is an awful lot of leaves, but I'll keep throwing all kinds of other organic stuff on there, and it should work out pretty well. All right, today, going to see if I can cut those stumps down to ground level. It's kind of breezy and cloudy and overcast out. It's nice and warm out, but it feels stormy. I kind of like it. Hi, Brownie. Stick this little wedge in this side. Give it a tap. Otherwise, as I get close to the edge, the stump goes down here and binds on my chainsaw blade. Well, I got the trees cut, I got the stumps out, I got the ground raked up. Now there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to pull a pickup truck in there and get the camper off. I hate doing that because the camper jacks I have are really old. That's those jacks on each of the four corners, and it's really precarious. Last time I did it, just scared the heck out of me. I thought I was gonna lose the thing. So I'm gonna back the camper right in through here, and you can see I've got this little raggedy mimosa tree. It's something that we had somewhere else. We just kind of dug it up and plopped it in the ground. I've been soaking it, so I'm just gonna try and yank it out with my truck. And it looks like not only is Cash here, hi Cash, Brownie's here too. Brownie the cat is here. She just loves Cash. She'll follow him around. Got my tow strap. We'll wrap it around there. I've been soaking that. The ground is real wet. Hook out onto somewhere and see if I can pull it out. Well, that worked out way better than it could have. All that soaking seemed to work. That came out just fine. Kind of a big old root ball there. We're gonna have to fill that hole up. So my digging bar has this big round disc on the end. That works great for compacting like this. That's gonna have to do for now. But I want to keep going, get the camper off. I'll get the boat uncovered tomorrow, get it all ready to go. Next nice day, we're at the lake. Well, I almost forgot. Before I take the camper off, I gotta go dump the holding tank somewhere. The closest place is our fairgrounds. They have kind of a camping ground there, and their dump station's open. So that's where we're going. Cash is coming with me. He loves to come along. Anyway, I'll get this thing dumped and go back and start the terrifying process of getting it off the truck. There it is. I got it safely off my truck. It started raining, so I had to bring the camera inside, but everything, I just went very slowly and carefully. Probably took me an hour to just real slowly ease it up off the truck and down onto the sawhorses. But I got it. What a relief. All right, we got beautiful weather coming next week, so I've got to get out there, take the cover off the boat, see what it looks like, make sure it starts, get it all ready to go, because in a couple days, we are going to be heading for the lake. That water coming right out of there, that means the water pump is working. What we got here is such a beautiful day out here. It's the middle of October, and it's going to be in the low 80s out here today. It just could not be a more perfect day. The stick. It's just another perfect October day on the lake. Well, that was really a great day at the lake. In fact, we had 2 great days at the lake. We had such a nice time. We went back again the same week. But now it's early January. It's about 2.5 months later, and I'm finally getting back to putting the finishing touches on the camper storage area project. I just had a lot of stuff that was a little higher priority in between, and all that junk was on the other side of the fence, so we really didn't see it much. But it's time to finish it up today. So all that chainsaw you hear in the background obviously isn't me, but I do have a little chainsaw work to do today. After I cleared out that area where the camper is now parked, cut down the trees, I really just kind of tossed them over the fence. And here they are, still there. They kind of got backburnered. I had some other stuff I had to do first. So what I'm hoping to get done this afternoon is get this whole mess cleaned up and sent over there. Just stack it near the burn pile, because I'm probably not going to burn for another few months or so. I want to try and get all the trimming of the year done and do it at once. Oh, the chainsaw's next door are quiet for a minute. I'll try to talk fast. Before I even get started out there, I want to sharpen my chainsaw. I know what you're saying. Jerry, that's not a real chainsaw. It's electric. Well, there's the chainsaws again next door. To be fair, I got this little electric one as a pole saw. The handle kind of clips off and they clip on each end of the pole that came with it. And I use it for trimming the trees. I used to have one of those manual ones. That's just way too much work. So I got one of these. Now I used to kind of laugh at people who had little electric chainsaws. And now I definitely have to eat my words a bit, because I absolutely love using this little thing. So I guess I flipped around 180 degrees. Instead of laughing at the guy with the electric chainsaw, I am the guy with the electric chainsaw. Anyway, that's it. Let's get to work. Well, it's getting late. Had some other stuff to finish this morning, and then fooled around after lunch and finally got the chainsaw sharpened. So it's 2:30, but I don't know. I'll see how much I can get done today. Well, that wasn't bad at all. I'd forgotten that I'd already dragged so much of it off. Everything's cut. I just gotta haul this over there and get the little pieces out. Then I'll be done. Well, that's just about it, except for the raking. Now, it looks like I have enough daylight out. I think I'm gonna take that last one down. That's another one of these bizarro willow trees. And it's gotta come out. They served their purpose. They gave us shade when we needed shade. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try to cut that one down. See if I can get it all finished today. Perfect! All right, that's the last of it. I am so glad I decided to take that tree out. Turns out it was dead anyway. That wood was dry as could be and light as could be. So that made it even better that I took it out. And I love the way it looks with that opened up. Well, good day. Tomorrow, I get those fence boards back up, then we'll move on to the next thing. Now, this isn't just a mess here. This is actually, if you saw my boat cover video, or my boat cover support video actually, I had a rainstorm, my boat cover's filled with water, the supports collapsed and it ripped. So I'm taking a piece of it, trying to make a cover for the toolboxes in the back of my pickup truck. Now, I can't sew, so I'm just kind of flailing around. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a try. Anyway, tomorrow, we'll work on the fence. I'll see you then. All right, another late start. Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going. And I think that finishes this whole project of basically finding a spot to park the camper. Here's how it looks now. I tore the wire fencing, privacy bamboo, and chicken wire off, then dragged the panels over and stacked them there in the red barn. We haven't needed them for quite a while, and they're too heavy to move every time they're in the way, so we'll probably sell them. I know that was a lot of chainsawing, tree cutting, and debris hauling in the last couple of videos, but we did rebuild the fence, and I took you along to the lake with us. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, give me a like, and please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'll see you on the next one.